Well, good morning. It's 11 o'clock. I've been out here a couple of hours, just fiddling around, waiting for waiting for now when I go to the lunch, the Old Farts lunch, PHARTZ. Um, I decided while I was out here, I went ahead and I wired in the mag pickup right here. This will fit in here under the cover just beautifully. The male and females are swapped, so you can't put them back together wrong. And the cover will cover that very nicely. So this is called service loop when you leave excessive wire. That way you can work on stuff without having to worry about the wires being real tight. I put in new NKG 5K resistor caps on the spark plugs. 5K resistor caps are recommended in order to protect the rectifier, solid state rectifier. I don't know why, but it stops it from overcharging. So when you put one of these on, then you should put these 5K resistor caps on. If you want to know the part number, it is, the ones I use are LBO5FP. I buy them by the dozen. So those are done. Put in three quarts of oil, fresh Valvoline VR1. I buy this because it has protection for flat tappets and bikes with bronze bushings. This is the covers, tank mount, timing cover, points cover anyway. The old light bulb. This is the old light bulb. It's a solid sealed beam, so there's no removable bulb. And this one's really old because it's incandescent. It's not even halogen. So it's been in there a long time. And they don't even make these anymore. They're all halogen bulbs. Okay, let's see, what else? I was getting ready to, let's see. I put the cover on, no oil. I'm going to let it sit for 24 hours. We like to let it coagulate, shall we say. And I hooked up the rear brake. And I was getting ready to adjust this linkage. I think it's just a little bit loose. I was spinning the rear wheel and I looked at the chain and said, I don't like the chain. So I took it off and it's over here. And this is how I measure the effectivity of a chain. A chain, if you put it against a straight line while laying flat, not on its side, but flat. In other words, face down. And arc it so that it's tight. Like so. And then measure the highest point. The distance from the straight line should be, well, if it's 6 inches, it's a brand new chain. If it's 6 to 8 inches, it's been used. This one is about 7.5 inches. If I move this down just a little bit, like that, give or take. So it's 7.5 inches. So that means it's been used. 8 to 10 inches means it's really past being changed. And anything over 10 inches, boy, you got troubles, big guy. So this guy is marginal. I could put it back on there and the client could get a year out of it. I don't do that. So I'm going to buy a new chain and put it on. Also, this chain has a half link on it, and I don't like half links. So I'm going to get a new chain, and I'm going to get a new half link. But I'm hoping that with all of this adjustment that's available here, hello focus. There's plenty of adjustment in here. So I'm hoping that I can put a new chain on without the half link and still be able to adjust it. So that's where we are. I put 3 quarts of oil in the tank, put the wires on there, took the chain off and checked it out, put the peg and brake assembly over here, put this back together, letting it dry, and that's where we are, just fooling around waiting to go to lunch. And since it's 5 after 11, I'm going to head up to the restaurant and meet the rest of the old farts. PHARTZ. It's 5 after 11. Bye. Alrighty, I've already decided to replace this chain. Because it's starting to get to the point where you say, it could go another year, but I think I'll change it. So I'm going to change it. It goes on this Gold bike, and as I rotated the rear tire when I was adjusting the rear brake, I heard a slight rubbing sound. I finally tracked it down to the fact that that chain with this master link was rubbing the inside of this stock case. This is the original case that was on the bike, and you can see the wear. Let me zoom in some here. You can see the wear on the end of the master link. So this guy has been rubbing right here. You can see how the face of this guy matches the wear part on the inside of this case. So I've ordered a new chain, and I've ordered a new, which will come with a new master link. And what I'm going to do when I get the new chain is normally you put them together from the back of the chain facing the outside of the bike like this. But that puts the wider part of the master link up against the primary case. So I'm going to put it in facing this way so that there'll be more clearance over here and it won't rub. So that's what I'm going to do when I get the new chain. Okay. All right. So, and that's the way it is. And the fun just never stops. Okay.